Now, Vasco, it's up to you. Let's talk a little bit about competitive intelligence on pricing in retail.
Retail industry is a $28 trillion industry, one of the largest employers in the world, which employs an estimated 30 million people in the US. This industry is highly competitive, and COVID-19 has accelerated the pace of competition, with many retailers competing not only with the store next door, but also with online platforms. To stay ahead of the competition, retailers need to have a deep understanding of the competition in order to be able to adapt this strategy promptly. For this, Deloitte Portugal developed Retail Match, and a competitive intelligence platform designed to address 4 key business problems which physical stores face. First problem, lack of up-to-date information. Retail industries has evolved to a level of granularity per store, meaning that different stores from the same retailer have different strategies with different promotions, price, and assortments. Second business problem, limited matching capability. Only 17% of the products are exactly the same across different retailers. To address this challenge, retailers need to employ advanced methods to compare equivalent products. Even when they have different names, SKUs, or descriptions. For example, a retailer selling private label products needs to be able to identify which products from their competitors, including private labels, are competing in their own catalog. One of the critical challenges for retailers is to maximize sales from the limited physical store space. To do so, retailers need to ensure that the product catalog is optimized to meet the needs and preferences of their local customers. And the fourth problem, directly to the CPGs and the respective compliance, it's critical for them to ensure that their brands are not eroded, brands' value are not eroded, with excessive promotions by the retailers. How do we solve these 4 business problems? So Retail Match is already deployed in 4 countries, where we crawled information from several retailers. First, we ingest information, publicly available information from the retailers presented here. For this, we have thousands of bots that every day they behave like human in order to not being blocked, and they ingest prices, promotions, assortment from every store. This infrastructure is on AWS, meaning that it's scalable, and we are thinking long term, meaning that we're already thinking about bigger markets. Second step of the process, we clean and standardize the information, meaning that in order to compare information from different retailers, we need to ensure that information is standardized to a level that can be comparable. First step, we reach this information. So based on previous information that we collected and based on other sources of information, we reach the information that is crawled daily. And fourth step, we have 2 machine learning algorithms, one to compare similar products and one to compare equivalent products. And I will explain now in detail the 2 machine learning models. So first model is to compare apples to apples. When I want to compare a Coca-Cola from one retailer with a Coca-Cola from another retailer, I need to make sure that they're exactly the same product. For this, use a fuzzy product match that compare by image, by name, by quantity, and they make sure that they're exactly the same product. On the second machine learning algorithm, I compare products that compete between themselves, meaning that, for example, private labels, there isn't exact match on another retailer. So for these cases, I need to understand which private label from retailer A competes to which private label and which product from retailer B. And this is what the second machine learning algorithm is doing, is clustering products that compete between themselves. In order to visualize this information, we have 5 standard dashboards that I will present it here. So this is the sandbox. So first, I have the equivalent products algorithms. Here, I'm comparing private labels with private labels. So I can see first which supermarkets has the cheapest products. And second, I can see products that compete with themselves. And I can see attributes of these products, as for example, Nutri-Score. So price is not critical. Other attributes are important. On the second view, I have promotions, and I can identify which promotions each retailer are doing per store. On the third, I'm comparing apples to apples. So meaning that I'm comparing Coca-Cola from retailer A with Coca-Cola from retailer B. And for the exact same products, I can see the price per retailer, but I also can see the price strategy per store. And as we can see here, the price strategy per store is quite different. For example, 129 and 182 for the same retailer on different stores on the exact same products. Third view, I can see the assortment, meaning if I'm one of the retailers, I can understand which products I'm selling that others are not selling, and which products the others are selling that I'm not selling. And fourth view is overview over the markets, where I can understand the market's strategy. I can see specific stores. I can see how many products the stores have, how many brands the store have, so I can target store by store and have a complete overview over the markets. Thank you very much.